In today's video, we're going to break down how to create a branded Shopify dropshipping store that's profitable in Q4. I'll cover everything from the beginning to the end so you can capitalize on these Q4 sales. All over the dropshipping space, there are so many people that reach out to me saying dropshipping is dead or that it doesn't work, and it's just not true at all. More often than not, people just create really dull looking websites like they look like they're from 2016. And then they expect a flood of sales rushing in and then have the Lamborghini overnight. In reality, we're approaching 2024 and the bar for dropshipping is set quite a bit higher. But that doesn't mean that you can't do it. It just means instead of creating generic stores, we just need your website to be more branded. That way your customers will actually trust you. So if you're a beginner or you're someone that is just starting a store now, this video is going to be perfect for you because I'm covering all the things that dropshippers often overlook, especially when it comes to making branded stores and landing pages. And the best part is all of this is going to be done on a free theme. That way you're able to copy me one-to-one and actually create a high converting store that's not a paid theme. So no paid themes, page builders, or templates needed. All right, with that being said, let's get right into the video. All right, so first things first, you have to create a Shopify store. And if you haven't done so, it's super easy. Just go on shopify.com and make sure to use my discount code down below because you'll get $1 per month for the first 3 months. So instead of spending over $100 on Shopify, you're only gonna spend $3 for those 3 months. It's a great deal. Make sure to take advantage of that. I'll have a link down below. All right, now that we're in our Shopify store, we need to add a theme. And I promised a free theme. So we're gonna go over to add theme, go to the visit theme store. Then we're gonna go over to collections and explore free themes. And the theme that we're gonna be going with today is taste. I really like the theme. It's good for a lot of different products. So it's a pretty generic one. It's not super specific to, like only purses or something like that. So we're gonna go ahead and hit try theme and it's gonna add it onto our Shopify website. All right, so now we've got the theme uploaded on here. And the next thing that we actually need to do is go through all of our settings. And I'm not gonna cover that in this video just because I've done it time and time again and the settings don't really change. But the point is go into your settings, change your address, change your phone number, add some shipping policies and legal policy templates that they actually include there for you. I don't want to cover that in the video today because today we're focusing on the landing page and building out a really strong product page. So the first step in building your Shopify store is really just to add the product onto your website. So the product I chose for an example for today is this water flosser. I talked about it in a video not too long ago. It's only 10 bucks and I think you could sell this product, for $30 to $40 depending on how well you market it. And the best part about it is it's wireless. So I just thought I'd make a website off of this. So now we actually need to take this product and upload it onto our website. And to add the product onto your website, all you're gonna do is go into the app section of the back end of your Shopify. We're gonna add the app called AutoDS. So we're gonna click find more apps in the Shopify app store, come up here and search AutoDS. All-in-one dropshipping, just click it right here and then hit install. Then once you're on the AutoDS section here, all you're gonna do is click on the top left and click add store. Then you're gonna connect your store through Shopify store, hit continue, and then it'll take you to this page right here back on your Shopify store and then click install app at the top right. So what we're gonna use AutoDS for today is actually importing some products, but they also have a ton of other great features like their auto fulfillment system. So every time that someone places an order on your website, it'll automatically fulfill it with their supplier. So you don't have to do any of the fulfillment and it'll actually add the tracking information back onto your website, which gets sent out to the customer. So you literally don't have to do anything besides focus on making sales. They have a lot of great features like pricing automations. So when you click into your settings on AutoDS, you can hit automation and then do a buying automation. So say price adjustment. This is actually a really, really cool feature. So you click on this and then you click sales-based pricing, hit next. And it says when sales are higher than X amount of numbers per day, then you can raise the price by a certain percentage. And then if it goes below that number of sales per day, it'll decrease it back down. That way you don't have to find the perfect price yourself. It'll automatically do it for you. And of course, they obviously have their supplier selection. So shipping time is like 3 days for this type of product. They have really good suppliers now on AutoDS. I really recommend checking them out. Everything that I talk about in this video, I'll have links down for below. But for now, we're actually just gonna use this to add our product. So we're gonna go to the top left here, hit single product. Then we're gonna copy and paste the URL from AliExpress right into here. And then all we're gonna do is hit publish to store and it's gonna send it over to Shopify and your product's gonna be uploaded onto your store. All right, so now when you go back onto your Shopify store under products, you can see that it uploaded correctly here. And now we're actually gonna edit the back end of the product page here. And then we're gonna go to the theme builder and fully build out that landing page to optimize it for Q4. And this obviously trickles into 2024 as well. It's not just specifically for Q4, but it's just a hot topic right now and that's time of the year. So click on the product and we're gonna start editing the description here because this is not too great. This is just copy and pasted from AliExpress. You don't wanna have that on your website, especially when you're trying to make your website more branded. It just looks super generic. So we're gonna actually Control A, and we're gonna delete everything on there. So to do all the product descriptions, some logo ideas and things like that, I'm gonna be using Dropbotai. You guys have probably heard me talk about this software before. It's pretty crazy and fantastic for actually branding out all of your dropshipping stores. Just gonna plug in the product here. We need some brand names. Let's get some marketing angles maybe to think about. We'll hit generate and see what it comes up with. All right, so what it came up with for the brand names: Aquaflux, Quick Clean, Power Spritz. I thought that said Spitz at first, so I kind of want to like that one. All right, we're gonna just go with Quick Clean here. It's nice, straightforward, simple, easy to make a logo with. And it came up with some great marketing angles here that we might be implementing later in the store. But for now, we're just gonna take the title of Quick Clean. That's what we're gonna name the product. So the store is gonna be called Quick Clean, and the product's gonna be called Quick Clean Water Flosser Pro or something like that. So we're gonna go ahead and change the title up here, and now we need to come up with the description. I like to do like a pretty short description here and then actually have a lot of the other assets on the product page built into the theme rather than typed out here. It's a lot easier to actually maneuver around the theme builder than it is to try to align everything and put icons and stuff in the description part. So I like to keep it really clean here. And so this is what Dropbot came up with: ditch the string and dive into the feature with our Water Flosser Pro. It's as simple as fill, charge, and take on the go. Got tonsil stones? No worries. Our special tonsil mode is here to help you tackle them and kiss bad breath goodbye. And then there's a couple little descriptive icons here. We're actually going to center align this one as well. I'm going to leave it for now and see how the spacing looks. We're going to go ahead and hit save just to make sure it saves. So for now, we're going to actually leave all the photos. We're going to come back to it later, but now we're going to start building out the landing page on the theme editor. So for this, you got to go back to your online store, go into the theme section here, and we're going to hit customize. All right, so now we're in the theme, and you can see right away that there's nothing special about it. Nothing's changed yet. We've got to add a lot to this to actually make it look a lot more branded. But I always want to view this actually in mobile because 95+% of your traffic is going to be coming through mobile. So keep that in mind when you're building out your websites. But the first thing I'm going to do is add an announcement bar here. So if you click on the top left, announcement bar, click on the announcement, and I pulled one up that I'm just going to do. It's just free shipping worldwide, just kind of as a placeholder right now. And now that that's there, we're going to have to take out a couple of different things now looking at this. I don't think we're going to need a quantity selector, so we're going to delete this. Go ahead and hit save. I don't think we need a quantity selector on this product because I don't think people are going to be ordering more than one. Maybe you could have an upsell with this product that's a little bit different than this. Like an example for this would be like one of those ultrasonic like vibrating cleaner things, maybe for like your retainers and stuff. But for now, we're going to remove the quantity, and the time that it takes for the person to scroll before they see the buy it now button is actually called before the fold. It's like a fold of a page is kind of the analogy. You want to have that as tight as possible because you don't want people just scrolling all the way down to the bottom until they finally hit the buy now button. The quicker the better you capture those impulse buys as well. All right, another thing that we're gonna get rid of is the My Store here. I don't have a store name yet for it. It actually just lists the vendor up here. We don't need this. And again, we're just gonna tighten up that space right there. And then we're also gonna scroll down and remove the share feature here. I don't really think that we need that. Hit save again, just to make sure we're saving our progress. So now I think that for the description, since it's pretty short, I think I'm actually gonna move it right below the price here. So we're gonna have the title, we're gonna have the price, a quick description, which I might tighten up here, the color selector, and then the add to cart button. So it is a little bit lower scroll wise than I normally want, so I might actually just remove a little bit of this, but other than that, I think it looks pretty good. All right, so looking at these example websites, this is kind of what I'm going for when I build out the store here today. So it's like lighter colors, kind of modern, a little bubbly. Same with this one right here, and this is why I have this colorway working right now. I really like the layout of this one, so we're gonna kind of like copy this as best we can and just implement it with the water flosser rather than this hair remover. But I really like this style of this kind of modern theme right now, which I think is performing very, very well in Q4, especially moving into 2024. So this is kind of like our inspiration or our mood board per se. All right, so the next thing before you even start building out the rest of it is we should just change these photos because they're from AliExpress and they're not that great. And if you've got these AliExpress looking photos, it just doesn't look too branded. It doesn't look like it's just high quality enough, especially the first one here should just be a little bit more optimized. So what we're gonna do is actually take these images from AliExpress, put them in Canva and just edit them a little bit. I'll show you what I come up with. The easiest way to do this is kind of taking the product picture from AliExpress, removing the background, and then putting it on like a blank background or something with a little bit of texture. And it just looks a lot cleaner than the most AliExpress backgrounds for the photos. So it's really easy to do and Canva's free. So make sure to do that just to clean them up a little bit. At least have your brand colors on it because it looks a lot more branded in general. All right, so these are the images that I kind of came up with. We can just scroll through them them really quickly here, just remove the background on a lot of them and just added like a slight little shadow, and then clean these up a little bit just to add our normal font. And what I also did was just pulled a GIF from the internet of a water flosser being used, and we'll actually throw this on the website later. And then we've got the other images that are just a slightly edited from AliExpress. The thing is, we don't have a product in hand here, which I do recommend ordering your product to your house because you can just get way better custom content than this. But if you can't do that for some reason, do exactly what I'm doing. Just take the AliExpress images and just, you know, optimize them a little bit and make them a little bit more branded. And then we've also got, I pulled these images from the internet, and it's basically just people that kind of for the testimonials later on. So now we've got all of our assets to pretty much build out this website in terms of picture wise. You know, to do all of this together and, you know, remove backgrounds and put them on the colorways and things like that, it's probably gonna take you like 30 to 45 minutes, but just make them look like this and just know these are the assets that we're gonna be using. It'll make a lot more sense when we plug them into the website. Okay, so once you've got your photos downloaded and they're ready to roll, we're gonna go back into the Shopify store here. We're gonna click exit and go into products, because we're gonna need to upload all of these images we just created. Click on your product again here. We're gonna remove all of these because we don't need them anymore, and we want them all to be the same size. So I exported everything in a square. So go ahead and delete all of the files here, and then we're gonna add all of our new images that we just created. All right, so you're just gonna drag it and drop it in here, and then we're gonna reorganize these just a little bit. We're gonna put this one first, and then we've got variant pictures as well based on the color. We're gonna move the first one over. We're gonna do pink first, and then the other colors here. But the order is not super important because you have to assign them to the variant. So if you've got pink, we're gonna go in here and hit edit, and then you're gonna click add image, and then you select a variant image of your pink one. Hit done, hit save. And then for green, you go and do this exact same thing. The green one right here, hit done, save, and this assigns the images. So when someone clicks on that color, it'll actually pop up with that image of the color, the correct one, which is actually very important to do, especially if you have a decent amount of variants. So when someone clicks on it, they want to see right in front of them exactly the color that they're going to be ordering. And for white, we're just going to do the just generic one right here, right in the middle. But normally you just have like your last white one in there. Go ahead and hit save. All right, so I went back into Canva actually, just because I forgot to do a logo while I was in there. So I just came up with one really quick. I just matched the colorway of our website and then just put a little water flosser icon there, which I think looks really cool. But going back into the store builder, we've got all of the product pictures already lined up. So let's go back into the online store and actually upload this logo. And we'll actually check out what the product page is starting to look like. We're gonna go ahead and hit customize here again, back into the editor. All right, we're going back in here. The product images are looking really good. It matches the website nicely. And now I'm actually gonna need to upload this logo. So to change the logo, we actually have to go over to the settings, the theme settings on the left side here, click on logo, select your image, upload the logo, hit done, see how it looks. It's looking a little small, so we're gonna widen up the width here. It's actually too small. We're gonna have to resize this in Canva really quickly. All right, so we're gonna resize it. We're gonna try 500 by 200 for the width and the height of the logo. Make sure that this is nice and centered here. It should actually just work a lot better. So we're gonna download that, re-upload it. All right, that's looking a lot better. It's still a little small, but it's gonna be okay for now. It's just not in square format, so it's a bit better. We're gonna go ahead and hit save. All right, so now I've got the logo, we've got the announcement bar, we've got the product pictures. Now we kind of need to build out the rest of this landing page here. So now what we're gonna do to make it look a little bit more branded, we're gonna come back into the theme editor here, and I want to add some stuff below the buy now button, like some icons. And so how we're going to do that is on the left side, we're at the product information. You're going to go ahead and hit add block, and then there's icon with text at the bottom specifically for this theme, and then 3 icons pop up, which I really like using. I just think it's modern, like a lot of websites now are doing it. We're gonna have free shipping on the first one here, and we're gonna change the icon to a like little truck. There it is. So for the second icon here, we're actually gonna do easy returns, so people know that's just simple and easy to return the product if it doesn't work. In the third icon, we're actually gonna change the icon and we're gonna make it a price tag, or actually, maybe let's do a timer here. And what we're gonna say is 30-day guarantee. Actually, that's a little bit too long. We're gonna say 30-day trial. Okay, so here are the 3 icons with the 3 little headers there. I think it looks good. These are nice to have on your website. You can make them really custom depending on what your product is. So you can maybe add some key features on here if you wanted to, if the icons match. And you can actually even upload your custom icons here if you just want to make some yourself, which I've done in previous videos. That looks pretty cool. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and save. And then right below this, I wanna add like a collapsible kind of row thing here. And we're gonna add a couple other like things that we wanna mention before someone purchases or any questions that they might have. So we're gonna add 3 of them because I think 3 looks better than any other number, especially for rows and icons. The first one, we're going to change the icon to a question mark, if we can find one. There we go. And then it's going to be called how it works. The second one, we're going to change to like a recycle one here. And then we're going to say nozzle refills here. A product like this, you could have like an upsell for these nozzle refills. So you could just leave it there, and when people click on it, it'll tell them exactly how to order more or how to, refresh the ones that they already have or reuse them. And then the third one will be shipping information. So we're actually going to do a truck so we can talk about the shipping. So we can actually talk about the shipping, and explain, like if you're in the US, you can get it in 3 days. And if you're outside the US, it might take 5 to 7 days. Because a lot of people are just worried about shipping. And I think it's just good to actually let people know up front. Otherwise, they're going to get a bunch of customer service headaches and emails. So yeah, this is coming together really nicely so far. It definitely needs to be a little bit more descriptive here towards the bottom. So we're going to be adding a bunch of stuff. But for now, it's looking pretty good. All right, so what I usually like to add below here, or right below the product information section, I like to add a block here and do like a rich text to kind of, break it up a little bit. So it's not all just like all white all the way down. It's nice to have some color in there just to break up the section just a bit. And then we're going to remove this because we're just going to make a statement here rather than anything else. So we need to actually remove those 2 sections and then hide the related products here because we don't need that. So talk about your brand here. And our kind of whole thing is never having bad breath again. Let's go not cast. Never has bad breath again. And head size, I kind of like that. I think that small might be a little too small. Yeah, let's go with medium. Go ahead and hit save. And now, like I was mentioning before, I want this to be a page break, so I want to change the color of this. So we're going to make it purple with the white, and then we're going to add a section below this, which is going to be a multi-row, or we're going to have some kind of like testimonials and some other images and features about the product in here. So we want to talk about here in these rows kind of 3 things and 3 main features of the product that are actually going to help it sell. Think of your landing page as a salesman. So how are we going to convince them? Like, how are we going to make it so they want to purchase from us while keeping and maintaining trust? Which means it has to be pretty good quality overall, which is why I have those photos from earlier. But for the rows, at least, we can remove all the button labels. So we're just going to go ahead and go over here and delete that button label, because it's not going to lead us anywhere else. We just want it to all be just kind of information here. And I think the rows look really nicely. And to break this up a little bit, because we don't want it like all super white again, I want some color in here. We're going to go to the multi-row section and we're going to change the colorway. A container color scheme, we're going to put 2. There we go. I think that looks a lot better. It actually just ties in all of the colors all together, basically. Go ahead and hit save here. And of course, you can apply all of your own colors to this. These are just the ones that I chose for this kind of product. All right, so now for these rows, we actually have to come up with some stuff to say in them and some features that we want to list out. So let's go ahead and do that. Caption, I can kind of remove that because I just want like the header, and then I want a description of the header. All right, so for this one, we're going to say 100% fresher breath. All right, so we just plugged it in here. So now this one says tonsil stones are sneaky culprits behind that unwanted breath. Water flosser pro tackles it head on, so you remain confident without a second thought about your breath. Okay, so that's the point of that. I basically just took this from Dropbotai, I just popped it out, I plugged it right in here, and it works. I just had to add my product name in there. And now we need an image to actually represent this section. All right, so for the fresher breath one, I think that we're just going to use this one right here. Let's see how this looks. Okay, looks fine. Go ahead and hit save. I don't know why the quality of this is like low. I'm trying to figure out why this picture is high quality here, but when it's uploaded on the website, it's not. Maybe I'll just go ahead and hit refresh, see if that loads it. No, it's still poor quality. I'm not sure why this is uploaded in not HD. I rendered it in HD, but pretend this is high quality image right here. Not really sure what's going on there. But now let's move on to row 2. And for this one, again, we have to remove the caption here. So let's remove that. And then we're going to say something like the perfect smile, because it helps you with your perfect smile by cleaning your teeth pearly white there. And I'm just going to pull another thing from Dropbot here, plug it in here. Oh, I actually copied the wrong thing. Okay, this is what Dropbot came up with. We are going to plug that in right there for the perfect smile. Now I need to pull in the image for that as well. Let's go with which one that I made I thought was really good. Oh, this one. I think we're gonna do that one there. But now they're kind of conflicting, so I might actually change that one later. And again, I don't know why it's uploading in not HD, but that's fine. You get the point here. Now let's move on to row 3, finish this one up real quick. And so for this row, one of the other great features of this is that it's great for braces. Braces are extremely hard to clean, but with a good water flosser, it's pretty nice to have to get in all through the wires or whatever. So I definitely wanted to list that out here and then drop in, again, point another description from that from Dropbot, putting it in here, and I think it looks pretty good. So we just need to upload the image, obviously, of braces. Click on this one right here, hit done. Gonna remove the captions, I forgot to do that. Go ahead and hit save. All right, now let's do a quick little overview of what we got so far. So we've got the product photos that we customized, we've got the logo up here, the new product title, price, a little description, which I might shorten later on. This is looking pretty good, never have bad breath again. And now I've got these rows here that are looking pretty solid. And I might just change this image here just because I think I'm just gonna change that image for now, and I'm gonna put just this image as a placeholder just because I don't want them to both just look like the exact same image. So I changed that one. All right, now it's looking better. It's kind of fun. It's kind of coming together a little bit more here. Okay, so I think this is looking nice. The next thing that I like to do after like a row of all these descriptions like this is like I have to have like testimonials from people. So to do that, we're gonna click add section at the bottom left here, and then we're gonna click on multi-column. And there's actually a cool little thing you can do here. Instead of having them, and a cool little thing you can do on the multi-column here, which instead of just having this long page with a bunch of stuff, for having this kind of thing for like, you know, kind of reviews or testimonials, you can click enable swipe on mobile, and you can just swipe through them. It just looks so much better. So we're gonna remove the button label because we don't want to redirect people anywhere. Now we're gonna change this to, let's say, what others think of us here. I think that's just straightforward, straight to the point. And let's leave that medium. And I'm also gonna change the colorway on this. I think that looks a little bit better. It still plays in with the branding colors. So I just changed that to purple really quick, and now we're gonna add some testimonials. So I'm gonna make up some testimonials really quick for the example. I'll plug them in here and I'll show you what I come up with. All right, so I came up with the testimonials that I made up, which I don't recommend you do. I recommend getting real ones, but for now as a placeholder, we're gonna do this. And now I'm gonna actually upload the photos that I found online of those people that just have nice smiles and just put them in here. Yeah, that's actually fun. It's super convenient because freshen up, right? So that makes sense for her braces there. For tonsil stones, this guy's got tonsil stones, throwing it in there. Okay, we'll go ahead and hit save. So now if we got what others think of us, we've got these testimonials here that you can scroll through and look at them. Looking pretty good here. It really matches. It's really starting to look like a nice little branded water flossing website here. All right, so it's starting to come together really nicely. We're gonna add a frequently asked questions kind of section, which will be at the very bottom here because you don't need it really any higher than that. So we're gonna add another section and we're gonna add the collapsible content here. But this time it's just gonna be a bunch of questions that people have commonly asked to get their questions answered. So for the sake of this video, I'm gonna do it here on the back end really quickly, so you don't have to like watch me type all this out. But let me just do this really quickly and I'll show you what I came up with. All right, I am back. I changed the icon here on the left side to question marks because it makes more sense than a check mark. And I said, got some questions here. And I just listed out a bunch of common questions that water flossers have. I just looked them up on Amazon reviews just to see the most common questions asked. I threw them in here. And so I actually want to change the colorway of this as well, just to make it look a little more branded. So to do this, because I just want to change only these, we're going to do the layout and then we're going to click row container. And it's going to actually automatically put it on scheme 2 for the colorway. I think this looks a lot cooler and a lot better. Gonna go ahead and hit save and finish up that section. All right, let's scroll back up to the top here and see what we got going on. It's looking pretty good here. I really like the colorways. I really like the way it's laid out. Never have bad breath again. Scroll down. I wish these images were actually HD. I need to figure out why that's not working, but they are HD on the back end. What do I think about? See, these came out with HD photos. It's kind of crazy. I don't know why. So then we got some questions after the testimonials, and that's it. It's really starting to come together. The next thing that we have to do is add reviews onto the website. How is this not HD? Is there a setting for this? Like, what is going on? Why though? It's pissing me off now. All right, I give up. Don't know why this isn't HD, but it's not showing up as HD. Okay, look at this, guys. On desktop, it actually looks pretty nice for one. And for two, these images are HD. I don't know what's going on with the mobile view, but I mean, this looks actually really fantastic on desktop. Well, if only most of the traffic went on desktop, but unfortunately it's on mobile. I still think the mobile looks pretty good, but it's pissing me off. Oh, now they're HD. Okay, good to go. We fixed it, everyone. So now the whole website is looking a lot cleaner and a lot more actually branded with high quality images. Anyway, moving on to the reviews, let's do that now. So to add your reviews, all you have to do is exit out of your theme there and make sure that you saved before you did that. Otherwise you're gonna have to redo all of that. We're gonna go back into apps and look up judge.me. So there's two different things for judge.me. There's product reviews on the left here, and then there's AliExpress reviews. And you actually have to add both of them. One is to upload the reviews from AliExpress. The other one's to display them on your website. So go ahead and add and install both onto your website here. All I do is click install app. All right, so then once you install it, you're gonna come to this page here, my current theme, start the setup, enable app embed. This is important so you can actually customize where you put it out on your theme editor. Like you can drag it to different locations if you want. So go ahead and hit enable, and it's gonna take you to your product page, and you just have this little section here that says, like it gets a little on button, and then just hit save and you should be good. And then it tells you to make sure to save your theme after each step because that is important. So we hit save, and we're gonna go to the next step, install the review widget, click it here. I mean, it's a pretty straightforward process, but I'll just show you guys how to do it. All right, so the review widget is now added. It's at the bottom here. It's showing an example of reviews right now. So we're gonna leave it here because that's where the reviews should be, right at the bottom. Go ahead and hit save. Back into the app install, hit next step. All right, you click on it, install the preview badge, does the exact same thing. Go ahead and hit got it, and then hit save. And then go back to the app installer once again and hit finish. And then you're done. It's pretty easy, right? So it's like 6 clicks to kind of install the review widget. Now that judge.me, the review widget is installed, we have to install the AliExpress review importer. So you're gonna go to judge.me again in the app store. You're gonna click on apps here, and you can click on all recommended apps, and then go back into the Shopify app store and look up judge.me again. All right, so we're gonna look judge.me, and now we're gonna add the AliExpress reviews right here. Click install, same exact process. I don't know why they have 2 different apps for it, but they do. You can also use Looks as another review app. I like that one as well sometimes. Depends on the website theme. All right, so that's it. And then it takes you back to your store. And then from this section, if you look at your apps, you've got 2, right? So there's AliExpress reviews like I was talking about, and the judge.me reviews. Go on the AliExpress reviews and you click import reviews from AliExpress. And then what you do is go back onto AliExpress and find your product that has a lot of reviews on it if it has some sales. So let me just find a comparable one here that has some reviews. This one's 4,000 sold. Oh, this one's 10,000 sold. I don't know why I didn't click on that one in the beginning. All right, so you're gonna take the URL, just copy it, go back into your store, plug it in there, import to your product, type in your product here, click that, how many reviews you want to import. I recommend, it depends how many reviews are available on AliExpress, but I recommend having it like at least 15 reviews. We're gonna leave it at 15. I like to have pictures as well. So I like to increase this, put it to like 50, and then they have to have pictures. So I think it goes like the top 50 and just only pulls out the ones with images. Let's see how it does. We'll just click import reviews at the bottom. All right, this might take a few minutes because there's a lot of reviews, so we're gonna go ahead and wait for a sec. Now we went back on the judge.me review widget, 19 reviews collected, so they're already starting to upload in there. Now we can actually go back onto the online store and kind of adjust where the widget's gonna be, or the preview, and make sure everything is all tidied up before we call it quits here. Click on customize again. Okay, we're gonna go to the products, back into mobile view. It's looking good. I don't see the widget here for the preview of the reviews. So we're gonna click on the product information, add block, preview badge stars, and it should pop up right there. So it says 50 reviews, but we're actually gonna move this above the title. I think would look pretty good. Let's see. Yep, so we're gonna put it right there. So it's gonna be right below the product image. I just dragged the preview of badge of stars. There's 50 reviews, so it did upload all 50, I guess. Go ahead and hit save. Now let's scroll down all the way to the bottom here, and we're actually going to add a bottom section, which will be apps, and then it's gonna be the widget. So we'll put that in at the very bottom, and it should pop up right here. And we've got the customer reviews and all of the images of the water flosser. And you can change the color of your judge.me. I don't know if it's the paid theme or the free theme, but you can change the text color in the stars. So we would actually want to probably match it onto this purple here. Let's see if I can do that. General settings, branding, primary color. Oh, nice. So we're gonna take this color code actually and just see if I can adjust it on the judge.me reviews here. Plug it in. That looks right, I think. Okay, go ahead and hit save, and then let's refresh this real quick. It's kind of the right color code. It looks a little funny. All right, I don't know, but you get the point. You can change this to actually make it look a little bit more branded on your website. So let's just do a quick little overview really quickly before we wrap it up. Everything is looking pretty clean. I ended up leaving this because I think it's fine. I like that it talks about both tonsil stones and the wireless capabilities of the product. the buy it now button, the color options here, the little icons, how it works, nozzle refill shipping, the red bad breath again. And then these images that finally came in as HD, our testimonials, our frequently asked questions section, and then customer reviews with photos. All right, and to show you how it compares against like competitor stores, I pulled up a couple really quickly here. Kind of the same product, but slightly different. It's like, there's nothing going on there. I mean, they got some nice colorways going, but nothing too special, right? And same with this one here, it just doesn't hit as hard. It's just not modern enough for Q4, especially moving to 2024. I mean, they did a pretty decent job. This just looks like a stereotypical dropshipping website with 19 minutes left and the sale runs out. So overall, I think it did a great job. Even on desktop, it's looking real clean, a lot more branded than the websites I just showed you. I hope that this video was informative for you guys. I hope it was easy to follow. I know it's kind of bouncing around a little bit, but just make sure to watch it all the way through. Take some notes, do it step by step. Don't actually just try to remember everything that I just did. It's a lot easier if you just follow along. I'm going to be posting a ton of videos in 2023 moving into 2024, so make sure you're subscribed, hit the like button, and leave a comment down below on what video you want to see next. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.